So I have a question for you. Do you think it's common for police officers to plant evidence at scenes in order to catch criminals? Well, I don't know how common it is, but that's the question that I want us to think about as we go along here. Because what they found that it was Baltimore Police Department, and there's been a lot of shady things about Baltimore Police Department in the news for a while now. So it doesn't surprise me that it's happening in this space. But was their police officers got their new body cameras? There were two incidences, allegedly, where police officers were caught on camera planting evidence. Yeah, just saying. Now, here's the deal. Now, it's like, I'm not trying to take crap on the police right now because, look, I got police officers in my family. I respect the job that police officers do. What I'm talking about is the situation, though. I want to talk about police culture, the culture of policing, and wonder to myself, is this practice of planting evidence, is this actually more prevalent than what I think it is or what we think it is, right? And so, because to catch two incidences within 2 weeks, that's pretty interesting to me, right? And so, because because it's not that I'm necessarily surprised about, police officers planting evidence. I watched enough police shows and movies and stuff like that, and I've seen it happen in the movies. But I've always been led to believe, to whatever degree, that this is not a normal practice, right? And I've been led to believe that. However, me being black, I think about it very differently, and because in the black community, it is much more likely for us to be thinking that police officers plant evidence, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to shout out to me because they do, or whatever. Whatever. I'm not going to go into that space. What I want to do is just talk about, right, how there's this major disconnect, I think, between black folks and white folks in regards to how much we think planting evidence actually happens, right? And so I'm going to go back for this one, even though there's some recent stuff on Netflix about the O.J. Simpson case and stuff. But back in the O.J. Simpson time, when Johnny Cochran, the lead defense lawyer, is weaving this story together about how there's a white supremacist cop who was caught lying on the stand about using the N-word and all of this stuff, and how he may have planted evidence. When Johnny Cochran is weaving that story together, a lot of black folks just thought of it as, this is very possible. And so therefore, prosecution didn't prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, while a lot of white people, I really strongly believe that they think that police corruption, especially middle-class white people, poor white people maybe not so much, but middle-class white people and above for sure, think of police corruption as probably way more as like natural disaster. Like, it's so much more exceptional. It doesn't happen all that often. Level 5 hurricane doesn't happen every year type of stuff. And so that's, I think, how white folks, like I said, especially middle-class white folks and above, think about those things. But now, with this recent evidence, like I said, it makes me wonder about what was happening before body cameras. And look, and I'm going to tell you, the reason why these guys got caught is not because necessarily of the body cameras, but because how the body cameras are constructed. Because what they did, I guess they didn't realize that these body cameras actually had a 30-second advanced recording or something like that. I don't know how they do stuff like that, right? But when you push the on button with the body camera, that they actually will record the 30 seconds right before you push the on button. And so these guys got caught. Literally, some of them got caught. They got caught red-handed, planting evidence, and just like, yo, really? That went down like that, right? And so then this also makes me wonder about what all those times when police officers' body cameras weren't on, when it came to a critical moment in a police investigation, when it came into a critical moment in a police shooting, when it came into a critical moment in, right, all of these things, it makes me really wonder about, was the camera off because of my forgetfulness? Was it off because of malfunction? Or was it off because of malpractice, right? And so look, I got some solutions on this one. And look, honestly, I'm not a big proponent. It's like I have less faith in body cameras now than I did before, but I still think body cameras are at least part of the solution. I used to think it was probably 50% of the solution. Now I think it's more like 10% of the solution. But look, you just got to penalize these things harshly. When those body cameras are not on, you got to. That's the solution I got. It's like you got to punish it harshly. I mean, like 3 strikes and you out type of deal. Since everybody likes talking about 3 strikes and whatnot, well, let's make it 3 strikes and you're out. And with police officers also, that first strike, 1 month suspension without pay. Second strike, 1 year suspension without pay. Third offense, you are out and you are not allowed to work in law enforcement ever again in your life. I think that's pretty damn reasonable. And by the way, just in case you're wondering where I got those, it's like I was thinking about those numbers. It's basically what we would do if you got caught using performance enhancing drugs in baseball. So just saying, 3 strikes, baseball. I thought that was cute. Anyway, subscribe, like, share. Go to brucehoskins.com if you want to know more about who I am and what I do. Peace, y'all.